Global leaders have spent 7 tense days in climate talks in Dubai. The COP28 Summit started off with a bang, with a deal to compensate developing countries for the impact of climate change. The fund, called Loss and Damage, already has $720 million in pledges. It's an acknowledgement by richer countries that the world's lowest emitters take the brunt of climate change. But some say it's not enough.
Loss and damage was a win, but we're kidding ourselves if we think it's a tick in the box for finance and support at this COP. More is required.
The people that are on the front lines of the climate crisis, they need billions to address the worst impacts of this crisis, and not millions.
And after focusing on financing the effects of climate change, the summit's attention has turned to how to curb it altogether. Leaders are trying to agree on what's called the global stocktake, an overview of how countries plan to meet their climate goals. This includes figuring out what to do about burning fossil fuels such as coal, oil and natural gas, the key drivers of global warming. But leaders are undecided. The US and some EU countries have agreed to phase out fossil fuels.
We voted with the EU, with members of the EU, because not all the EU is in the G7, but the G7, we voted for phasing out.
But countries such as India, China and Saudi Arabia say they want to phase down fossil fuels. They've proposed using gas to transition away from coal and oil, but it's an option activists and scientists say is not a solution.
Some of those very so-called solutions that they will say we need to transition to, such as clean gas or nuclear or hydrogen, are actually just false solutions that will pave the way for more fossil fuels.
And when discussions turned to transport, the second highest emitting sector, there were plans but no promises to expand electric vehicle infrastructure. But time is running out. During the talks, the EU's Copernicus Climate Change Service reported 2023 has been the warmest year on record, almost passing the tipping point of 1.5 degrees Celsius higher than the pre-industrial average. It means lowering emissions is more crucial than ever.
At the end of next week, we need COP to deliver a bullet train to speed up climate action. We currently have an old caboose chugging over rickety tracks.
With a week left at the talks, all eyes will be on whether leaders can come together to agree on not only lowering, but eradicating fossil fuels for good. James Lin and Laurel Stewart for TaiwanPlus.